good evening. It's the Winning Touch Podcast. I am back. I didn't make last week. And that's all there is to it. I am not starting with, a whole ton of energy. Usually I like to pop it off a bit, but I had a funeral today. We'll just get into it. My Uncle Terry, who was an awesome guy, passed away. It was cancer. I don't know the exact specific details, but he was a really good guy. He didn't want to tell anybody until basically the end, and that's his choice. I'm a believer in going out how you want. So, really good guy. I keep saying that, but it's true. It was, some funerals are just, all funerals kind of suck, but I knew him. It wasn't like a distant uncle that I met once or twice a year. He was good. I knew him. I liked him. Considered him a friend. He married into the family, but he'd been around 22 or 23 years, so that's that. He was a musician, really loved music. He played bass in a band, I believe more than one band. There was Razor. There was another band called Dirty Laundry. I think he got into when he was got a little older. And that guy rocked a ponytail. He rocked a ponytail for as long as he possibly could. He was even kind of thinning, and he said, "No, fuck you. I'm still keeping my ponytail." So that was pretty cool. I always liked that about him. I'd never rocked the ponytail, but it doesn't work for me. He was a classic rock and roll guy. Had his own special effects, like video editing business. So that was really cool too. I got a ton of respect for the guy. He's a couple of his friends, people who've known him a long time, went up and told some stories, and so that was really good to hear. Yeah, he was a rock and roll guy, and somebody went up and told him about when he met them. One of his friends was telling the story of when he first met Terry. Terry was his name. I don't know if I said it. And he described like him walking up with old beat up work boots and ripped jeans and beat up denim jacket. And he's like, that wasn't the fashion back then, which is true. I guess that stuff's in now, but he didn't give a fuck. That's who he was. And yeah, will be terribly missed. Not an old guy by any stretch, 59. So when he went, that's not old. I know pushing 60 is not young, but it's not old by any stretch. It's 60 years old. You still got another 20 years. Like realistically, 20 years. So there's that. I just heard a couple days ago, so bummer. Definitely be missed. And like I say, it was one of those tough. It's a tough funeral that kind of hits you. So cheers to Terry. Yeah, lived a good life. Didn't have any kids of his own. Don't think he wanted them. And I have to pause for a minute because some stuff is messing around. Okay, my connection is kind of back. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. My video keeps pausing. I don't know. Like I say, I like having the video because I can kind of look and feel like I'm talking to somebody. When you're just doing the audio, there's I don't know. It's different. But yeah, I remember went out and stayed with Terry and my aunt. My aunt is my blood relative aunt, my mother's sister. So that's who Terry married, Aunt Trish. Shout out to her. She was really holding on today. I know that's got to be rough for her. But yeah, they let me stay with them because I was interested in video and editing and all that, which I don't know I ever got away from. But yeah, I went and I stayed there for a little while. Not as long as I should have, but you know, I'm not going to beat that into the ground. I wish I had, but I was just in a stupid headspace. Shocker. So yeah. And he showed me some of the stuff, and he brought me around to like other people that he worked with and showed me the studios and let me use a camera. Just here, you know, you can use this. Go spend the day shooting some stuff. So I did that. That was really cool. This is basically what I wanted to tell at the funeral, but I didn't really feel like that was for me to do at the time. As much as I really liked the guy and everything, there were people that were closer that knew him like 20 years and shit. So, but yeah, he gave me his camera, and I came back, and he looked at all the stuff I did, and he was like, "Well, if I knew you were gonna be that ambitious, I would have like gave you another one, or what do you see?" He was like, "If I knew you were gonna take it that seriously, then I would have come with you or give you a better camera or something." I was like, "Oh shit!" And yeah, he had the video studio and all that in his house, and so yeah, he showed me a bunch of stuff on it. I'll be honest, this is a long time ago. I don't remember a lot of it, but just to do that, and yeah, I met him at family functions, but at that point didn't know him that well. So yeah, really just awesome for him to do that for me. Him and my aunt. And yeah, he also let me come out he had a boat for a while, and he let me come out there and spent like one night down at Port Dover, which is a real cool spot. I think it's like the most southern spot in Ontario. And yeah, he had the boat, and it's like a big gathering, and a lot of motorcycles and shit there, so it was really cool. You know, they have a fire, and people are dancing and everything, and so yeah, there was a lot of fun. He brought me out to there, and just a funny guy. He would do this thing, and I actually didn't know, like, until this time, but he had fake teeth. And he'd pull his teeth out, and he'd act like a redneck. He'd come out, "We're going to Sneakers." I can't fucking do it. I'm probably disrespecting him by trying. But just a good dude. Had a lot of laughs with him. Yeah. Whenever there was the big family gatherings, I'd inevitably end up just standing with him and shooting the shit and having some pints. Cheers to him. Like I say, just a genuinely good guy, and everybody loved him. And it was tough today. I'd actually been not really tearing up or anything until I went in and saw the pictures of him and everything, and then it's like, oh fuck. It all starts coming back, and you start remembering stuff, just talking to him, and he's going to be missed. I looked forward to the family gatherings because I like seeing my family, cousins and everybody, and I also knew I was going to get to talk to him. And he'd tell one of his jokes or two of his jokes, or just, yeah. He was funny. I liked talking to him, spending time with him. Called me Bam Bam for a while. I actually forget where the nickname came from, but I'm not. But he called me like I was up in my 30s, he'd still call me Bam Bam. But yeah, fuck, I don't know what else to say about him. Just a really creative guy, video editing and doing commercials. Had his own business doing that, and also a musician, being in bands and stuff. Kind of all the shit I always wanted to do when I was younger. But yeah, get you thinking about your life too when shit like this happens. I'll get into the video editing. I do some of the audio stuff for the podcast, so I'm doing that now actually. But I mean, you can go on YouTube and do some editing and all that shit, right? You don't need the big studios and stuff anymore. Speaking of which, my computer's crapping out, but hey, it does that, right? So yeah. Shout out to Terry. Definitely be missed. And yeah. Salut. I don't know why I said that. Fuck, I'm getting weird. I don't handle the heavy shit very well. But, like I say, just too soon for him. It sucks. It does. But he went out here how he wanted to go out. And I'm a supporter of that. So, hats off to him. Trish, Nicole, I love you both. I don't know if you guys will see this, but I do. And that is his wife and stepdaughter, who are also great people. Anyway, so yeah, today was tough. Last couple days were since I got the news, because it came out of nowhere. But that's that. What else is going on? I had a good opportunity. Not an opportunity. I made the opportunity. I bought tickets. And I went to see another podcast. It's called Girls Gotta Eat. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. They're hilarious. And I had a blast there. It's like I talk about before, I don't get out much. Now, it's a very female-centric podcast. You can probably tell by the name. And I knew it was going to be like mostly women there. It was like fucking 99.9%. It was the Danforth Music Hall in Toronto, which I believe holds about 1,000 people. And there were, I don't know, a dozen guys there. I'd be surprised if there was a dozen. The rest, women. I was like, oh, fucking out of my element. But it was, and I got good tickets because I bought the pre-sale. And I didn't realize it, so I was on like the second row. So the show starts, they opened with these performers called the Spice Queens. Yep, Spice Queens, it is what you think. They are drag queens that do Spice Girl covers. And they dress like them and they do the whole deal. And it is fucking fantastic, if I don't say so myself. I'm not a drag queen or a gay myself, but I loved it. It was fantastic. Am I overusing that word? Probably. Oh well. But yeah, so that was fun to open it up. And then the two girls, Raina and Ashley, who are the hosts of the show, come out. Hey, they're like, woo, yay. They do the usual hellos, and they start off like, okay, who are the guys here? And I'm the only guy in the second, like up front. I'm in the second row, so boom, they zero in. Of course, they're talking about, oh, who's this here? I'm kind of like, looking around a bit, and the one girl's like, yeah, the guy who's acting like he doesn't hear. So I was like, give him my name, and they're like, who are you here with? I said, nobody, I came solo. And there was like this ooh thing through the crowd. I'm like, I must be out of touch, because I didn't think it was a big fucking deal. I went to see a show that I like. And they're like, oh, really? Wow. And the one girl's like, well, if you don't get late tonight, something's wrong. Um, I see her points. But, yeah, it was funny. They asked me what I do and all that shit. I broke my balls a little bit, of course. What'd you expect? But yeah, it was a blast. And I didn't even realize. But thankfully, there was a woman next to me who was also there on her own, which nobody commented on. But hey. And so I believe I went for a bathroom break, came back. She's like, "Did you get your wristband?" What the fuck are you talking about? She's like, "Yeah, you get to meet them if you're in the front 2 rows, because obviously I guess whoever got the pre-sale, you get a wristband, you get to meet and greet after, you get a picture with them. It's up on my Instagram." I'm like, "No, but I'm going to get it right now." So I get up again. I was bugging the shit out of the 2 women who were sitting on the other side of me. Because I kept getting up. I got up to pee. I got up to get a drink. I got up to get my wristband. I'm like, I promised last time. Like, yeah, whatever. This isn't when the show's going on. It's before it started, so I wasn't that much of a dick. But, you know. So I go and I get it. And I'm like smiling and like a kid at his first concert or some shit. I'm going to sit back and chill. Please excuse the chair noises. I have a loud chair. So yeah, show was hilarious. They did a segment where women went up and they'd like show their, it was Bumble profile, one of the dating apps. And the one girl like took over the app, her profile, and messaged some guys. And it was funny. But yeah, it was great. Like I say, I don't get out much, but I'm glad I did that. I knew I was pretty sure I was going to enjoy it. No, I was definitely going to enjoy it. And they fucking delivered. I hope they do it again. You know, they're from New York. So they tour all over, but I guess they don't get up to Canada all the time. Like a lot of celebs, they probably only come in the summer. I get it. But yeah, probably next year. I hope they do it again. I will buy a ticket once again. And to answer the question that's on everybody's mind, no, I didn't get laid, but I did get the number for the woman next to me. And hopefully that pans out. I'm going to ask her out. Hopefully do something this weekend. And yeah, it was just fun. I got out and blah, blah, blah. The woman in front of me, a podcaster as well. And she like zeroed in. She just knew. She's like, you got a podcast too? I was like, yep. And I told her what it is. So it was funny. This is one of like the first modern day or whatever interactions I've had. She's like, oh, okay, well, your name's John, right? What's your last name? And I tell her, and so she's looking it up. She's like, oh, John Winning, really? That's your name? And, you know, I have that conversation, so that was cool. But she's like looking me up as she's talking to me and showing me that, like, oh, that's you. And yeah. So I'm probably going to go do an episode on hers. So that'll be fun. She has a studio and shit. So it's going to big time me. That should be fun. Yeah, she does. I kind of forget what it's about, but it's called Mom Like That. So I think it's like a parenting kind of deal, which I am absolutely down for. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. You know, I didn't get hammered. It wasn't like a piss up. Although I believe some people there were doing it. Like I say, 99% women. And so I go to the bathroom one time. I'm like, oh, it'll be like no lineup. No, there's a lineup and it's all women. I think there was one other guy in the lineup. So I kind of look in and I'm like, well, hey Jen, they're not using the urinals because girls don't use urinals. Say, fuck it, I'm skipping ahead. So I kind of squeeze in, and like they don't just line up at the door. There's like 3 women in there lined up like at the stall. So they're literally like maybe a foot away from me. I'm going to pee. I don't give a fuck. Now, why am I going to hold it if I don't have to? They know where they are. And it's not like there's minors. These are grown women. So I'm not being gross, all right? And so I'm doing my thing. I like, oh, must be nice. Must be nice to do that. I look over from my shoulder. I'm just like, yeah. Hey, why don't you try it? I'm like, yeah, I'm not mad at it. She's like, no, I probably miss it, go everywhere. It was all lighthearted. Everybody's joking. It was funny. That was the first time I've ever done something like that. So that was fun. Using the urinal in front of 20 women. Oh, fuck. It was good. So that's definitely one of the stories from that. And there it is again. Just a good time. All over. Just going to pause for a minute. You guys aren't going to notice, but... Okay, back from the pause that you were unaware of. Trying to do the video, but it's reconnecting. So, hi.
That's why you're yelling to yourself.
Yes, I was yelling to myself. And the tens of listeners that I have.
Okay.
I was going to record yesterday, but I missed it, so I'm doing it tonight.
I was going to ask you,
I can make food in 9 minutes. There's pizza and pasta you could warm up in there. Yeah. There's still 2 slices left from the other night. Just look through the containers. So it would be like a tall container.
There's like 30 butter containers.
That's soup that Nana dropped off. And we just recorded that conversation. Oh, well, it's on the podcast, like I say. It's all good. That is my daughter. The only other person that lives in the building. Except for my uncle, but he doesn't come on, so. And maybe he will one day when I figure this shit out. So, yeah. What else is going on? Bummer funeral. Part of life, though, right? Not to sound crass, but it is. But going to that show was worth it. Apparently Mark Maron's coming soon, so. No. Anyway. I don't know. Netflix. What's up with the Netflix? Always got to touch on that. Pretty sure I talked about this before. I started watching this show. I'll recap. Called Animal Kingdom. It's 3 seasons on Netflix. Apparently on Bravo now, but I'm not going to watch it because I don't want to pay for cable. Screw cable. And yeah. Binge watched. Well, I wouldn't say binge watched. I watched them over the last couple of weeks. That was a good fucking show. It's about this one lady. She's older. She has these 4 sons with 4 different guys. She grew up in like criminal world, so she teaches them all the criminal world, and they get really good at it. So the structure of it's really cool because they're always pulling the next job. So not every episode, but every couple episodes there's like a heist. So those like heist movies that are really cool and fun? Well, there's several of those throughout the show. Each show is about an hour. And they really do it well. And there's all kinds of crap going on between the brothers and the mom. And so, yeah. I really like that show. I watched all 3 seasons. Obviously left it on a goddamn cliffhanger. There's the young guy who's kind of taking over. There's the oldest guy who's a lunatic, who's the twin brother of the mom of the younger guy taking over. There's the 2 other dudes that are just kind of wild. And there's like the boss man who kind of runs shit. Really well done. A lot of action. It's in California, so it's cool. Hey, everybody's waving at me. Hello. I think this is still playing anyway. I gotta stop worrying about the video so much. But yeah, so that show was awesome. I'm gonna have to wait for the 4th season. I've been filling that gap in with Orange is the New Black. I believe I've talked about it before, but the new season came out. And I believe I'm on episode 10. So I've always enjoyed that one. This season's different. The main character's out of jail, and so there's that dynamic, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on. They got a chicken coop. What? Suzanne, who's the lunatic, who's played by that awesome actor, who's Adopa, I think is how they say her name. She got an award for it when Orange is the New Black came out. She's a great actor. She kills it. She plays this whacked out girl, and who makes a lot of sense sometimes. Like, really loves and cares about the people that she's around, her actual friends. And so yeah, I was excited when that show started up again. I don't ever know when there's a coming. I just click on Netflix basically every night to find out what I want to watch, and it'll be on the banner, new episodes. I'm yeah, because that's how exciting my life is. But this summer's been getting better. I've been getting out more. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a sunburn because we were at the beach the other day, and that was fun. So we've been doing that. And yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. Besides sunburn, but what's up? Okay, 1 second. And I'm back. I just had to go find some food. This is the audio parts. She couldn't wait 3 minutes. So yeah. Not sure where else to go with it. I talked about my shows. Talked about actually getting off my ass and meeting somebody. So there's that, which is really cool. Like I said, gonna do more of it. Been a little stressed out lately. Bed bugs and fines and shit. I'm not gonna get into it now. I don't want to talk about it unless I got a solution. So, oh well, this is falling apart. Trying to make the 30-minute mark, folks. Well, I got a book too. Well, son of a bitch, I just lost my page. There's son of a bitch. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I am flipping pages on the book. I finished the intro, I believe. Let's put it here. It's called Chant and Be Happy, Contemporary Vedic Library Series. It's based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I say it's about chanting. I got it at Pride, actually. There were some Buddhist guys. I believe they're Buddhist. It doesn't even matter if they're Buddhist. But it's called Chant and Be Happy, The Power of Mantra Meditation. It's a short little book, and I like it. I'm on page 6 or 7. I just finished the intro, basically. But I do like it. I've actually been having trouble finding stuff to read that intrigues me. And I found one. Actually, it found me. Not to get all mantra, but it did. It was free. The guy gave it to me. I did the little chant with him. Apparently there's conversations with John Lennon and George Harrison in here. What else do you want? Yeah. Well, I hit the half-hour mark at an odd ending. But I gotta keep this thing rolling. I do enjoy doing these, so there will be more. And I hope they don't suck. I will make them suck as little as possible. Anyway, just to recap, shout out to Terry. Orange is the New Black is good. Girls Gotta Eat, check them out. And shout out to Terry. Rest in peace, man.